Hi everyone. Now we'll study the introduction to the embedded system. So in this video session, let us will discuss the what is an embedded system, the definition, what actually it is mean embedded system, and then we'll discuss the differences between embedded system and then general purpose computing system, and also we elaborately discuss the some of the major applications of the embedded system. So let we'll study the we'll discuss the what is a an embedded system. So before going to definition of the embedded system, let us will discuss the or define the what is an system. A system is an arrangement in which all its units assembled work together according to set of rules. Okay, some of the components or some of the equipment are will be combined. Okay, it will be combined and it will be work together with a set of rules. The working of the system will be based on the set of rules that we call it as a system. Okay, so then we'll define what is an embedded system. So it's an embedded system is an electronic, or it may be sometimes electromechanical. Electronic means only the part which is in the system, electronics components only it will be present. Electromechanical, some applications it also having the system of mechanical. Okay, so that is called electromechanical. That system is designed to, okay, it is has to be designed to perform a specific function. Okay, it is a particularly it is designed for that particular application only. So such a system we call it as a embedded system. And this embedded system it is a combination of both hardware and firmware is nothing but a software. So it is a combination of hardware is there and also software is also there. Only these two is present, that we call it as a embedded system. Not only combination of hardware and this software, but it also every embedded system is an unique, and hardware as well as firmware is highly specialized to application domain. So what is using the hardware component and the software component, it is an highly specialized. Okay, it is an specialized to the particular that application domain. Okay, that is one property of the embedded system. And also this embedded system are becoming an inevitable part of any product, equivalent in all fields including households, appliances, telecommunications, and medical equipment, industrial control, consumer product, etc. So in these all the fields, this is the embedded system is we are using. So in daily life, we are totally some 80 to 90% the life is leading by using the embedded system only. In anywhere you can see in home appliances, the washing of the cloth, we are using the washing machine, and home automation, CCTV cameras are there. These are all some daily life in no where it to be present. It is present in all every field of the applications. Okay, so the in very important this embedded system. Okay, so the it will be we will discuss the in detail in this chapter what is an embedded system, and how it will be using in different applications will discuss in detail. Okay, so I think you understand what is the embedded system. Once again I will repeat, is an embedded system electronic or electromechanical system designed to perform a specific function. That is, for example, will discuss that one. Take one example, will clear idea will be get. Washing machine. You take the washing machine. All of you in home, you are using this washing machine. Okay. What is the function of the washing machine? It will be wash the cloth. uh, the function of the washing machine only it going to perform only one task, the washing of the cloth. No other task will be going to perform. That is we call it a specific task. In this washing machine, it is an electromechanical. There will be a electronic component hardware will be there, and also mechanical system will be there. Okay, so we can observe it. In the mechanical system, motor will be there for holding the cloth. Drum will be there, rotation for the rotation purpose, and the mechanism of water flow, that also be controlled by the mechanical some system will be there. Okay, so this is the one example. You can say this is we the part of hardware. And if you come to the software side, it has to be work, it has to be require some specific rules. That specific rule is defined, or it will be controlled by the software will be controls the operation of the washing machine. That means soaking the cloth, and rinsing the cloth, spin the cloth, like this. Some of the operation will be there during washing of the cloth, so that all the operations will be automatically controlled by using the software. So this is the one example I given, that is a embedded system. Similarly, you can so many devices is available, we can go through it. So what are the functions of hardware will be there, what are the software will be using, we can just go through some, take another or some other applications in daily life, what is the devices you are using. Okay, so specifically this is the definitions. You have to write the 4 points, very important. 4 points will be made the correct definition of the embedded system. So then, why you cannot call the a computer is not is an embedded system? It is a embedded system, but it is a general purpose. It is will be not going to do a particular specific operation. Let us will differentiate between the embedded system and a general purpose computing system. So here is the column I have made here, the criteria of the system and general purpose computer column and embedded system column. Let's take the first criteria, contents, what it contains in the general purpose computer. A system which is a combination of generic hardware and a general purpose operating system for executing a variety of application. So here very important point here is execute variety of the applications. And in this system it is having the generic hardware, general set of hardware will be there, and also general operating system or a firmware will be present. So that is we call it as a general purpose computer. For example, your laptop and your personal computer, that is an example of the general purpose computer. And we'll discuss with the embedded system. In the embedded system, which is having a combination of special purpose hardware and embedded firmware will be there. Okay, here a specific purpose hardware, I given one example, washing machine. What is the hardware component that particularly it will going to do the operation for to washing of the cloth, requirement hardware will be uh, there, that is enough for that system. And is having the some operating system or a software will be there for executing. See here only specific, only one task or a two tasks it may be. So specific task, if in a washing machine, what is the specific task is washing of the cloth. But in the computer, you can in the computer it is not a particular operation. It may be a generally variety of application you can execute. So that is the difference, main difference of the general purpose and embedded system. Let me take next criteria, operating system, or which is using in the general purpose register, that will be a general operating system. It is a general operating. So for example, your Windows, Linux, DOS, okay, these all are the some general purpose operating system will be using. But in the embedded system, it may or not be. Some applications it requires the operating system. Some applications it not require any type of sort of operating system. So that is the embedded system we can. In the washing machine, we not require a operating system, but in some cases we have a mobile handset. In mobile smartphone, it require a operating system. So that is a difference of operating system which is using in both the cases. Next criteria, let us take alterations. You can make the alteration in general purpose computer. Okay, applications are alterable by the user you can alter the applications. Okay, the same one application can be altered with the other application. Generally you can change can be possible by depending on the design of the user. But in this case, applications are not alterable. That means whatever the software if you have and hardware you taken for this system, once if it is built, we cannot make change of that hardware or software, because only firm, that is only specific operation you have built, we cannot change it. Okay, for example, in washing machine we cannot change that washing machine into a mixie, or you cannot change it to a some other application like oven or anything. Okay, so that is the one major difference of this two system. Okay, alterations. Now let us next factor, next criteria, key factor. So let us take the key factor, the performance of a key factor here. The how the general computer will be going to performance. Okay, performance in the sense of what is the size of the memory and what is the speed of the computer we are measuring. Okay, it is supportable or not, like that performance. Okay, next, in this embedded system, application specific requirements are key factor. What is the application? It takes the requirements. It asks the requirements. That will be become a key factor of this embedded system. Next, constraint, power consumption. Okay, in the computer, personal computer, it is takes more power, and in this embedded system, it is a less power. Okay, and another factor, response time, not critical in this case. Here it will be a very critical for some applications. Okay, critical for some application. For example, the embedded system which is using in ECG, electrocardiograph, in a patient, we are monitoring the heart beat of the um, patient. So while every second, every moment, the ECG has to be read and send it to the particular doctor, and has to be read it very carefully, and that real time operation, the time is very important. So some application in this embedded system, it is a critical one. Okay, but in general purpose, not a critical. Okay, so execution need not be a deterministic in the general purpose computer. Deterministic for certain types of embedded system like hard real time system. Some real time system like I said ECG, and some important is the factor is the automatic airbag in car system. Once if it is accident occur, suddenly it has to be take the airbag has to open to protect the passenger. Okay, that type of application. the real time application we call it as. So there it will be a execution will be deterministic. Okay, this is the major differences of these two systems. Okay, next is the thing will let us discuss the major applications areas of embedded system. A 90% of the life, okay, in your life, okay, the 90% of life everywhere in every field, the embedded system will be use. It is a countless. We can make the a different field of category wise. We can list it out a many number of some devices and applications will discuss, okay, one by one. Consumer electronics. So consumer electronics example are cameras, camcorder, okay. So these are the some example. You can give any other example also what you want, okay. So let us next second household applications, that is household applications, appliances, television, DVD player, washing machine, fridge, microwave, the etc etc etc. You can list so many devices are there, okay. Home automation and security system, air conditioner, sprinklers, intruder detection alarm, closed circuit television camera, that is CCTV camera, fire alarm, etc. You can so many devices are there. Okay, list it out. Just you can remember in this way you make the category. In that category we can list it out the devices of embedded system in so many fields. Okay. Next is the automotive industry. So for example, in anti-locking braking system, ABS, engine control, it is automotive. That is in automobile industry. Okay, it is ABS system, anti-braking system, and ignition system, allow automatic navigation system. So many devices we can in a car. Okay, now a advanced very technology car, we have this so many applications of embedded system is available. Okay, okay, right. Next is the field telecom, that is a cellular telephone what we are using everywhere. Every person is having that cellular phone, telephone switches, handset, multimedia applications, etc. Okay. Or next, other field is the computer peripherals, printers, scanners, fax machines. Okay. Next is the computer network system, network routers, switches, hubs, firewall, etc. Okay, you just go through it. Healthcare, that all the things, network routers, it will be used in the LAN, WAN, network purpose, switches, hubs, firewall, all the things. Healthcare, that is the different kinds of scanners, EEG, ECG machines, etc. Measurement and instrumentation, that is a digital multimeter which is using in your digital lab, digital CROs, logic analyzers, PLC system, program logic control, okay, system, etc. And also we can in the field of banking and retail, we have automatic teller machine, that is ATM, where it is using, and currency counter in the cash counter, counting of currency, that is a counting of the notes, okay, etc. Card reader, barcode, smart card reader, handheld devices, etc. You can so many. So I left some other application in defense, in satellite applications, in airplane. So many applications are there. So we can also make the list. Okay. In exam point of these are the some points you remember. You write it in examination. That's enough. Okay. So next topic is the purpose of embedded system. So after this topic, we have in our syllabus the history of the embedded system and what are the scale of the embedded system. That two topic is there. That two are for knowledge purpose. You can read it out by given a textbook. You can read it out. No, it's not a exam pointer. It may be asked 10%. It may be chance of asking the question on that topic. Okay, I am not going to discuss in detail in the video session, so you can read out yourself. Okay, next topic is the purpose of embedded system. Is that topic, what is definition of the embedded system, differences and applications, very important. It may be asked in the examination. Prepare. Okay, next is the topic, purpose of embedded system. Okay, the purpose of embedded system will discuss in the next video session. Okay, still wait for that video. Okay, I hope understood this. Okay, thank you everyone.